Next, let's move on to crocheting the hat. For the 4 characters' hats, the first 14 rounds are the same. The final round differs slightly for the sunflower and rabbit hats because they have a decorative edge. We'll distinguish this later. Firstly, make a slip knot and place it on your hook. Start with a magic circle, then chain 6 single crochet SC stitches into the ring. Crochet 6 single crochet SC stitches into the magic ring. Start by crocheting 6 single crochet SC stitches into the magic circle. If you're having trouble keeping track of stitches, it's helpful to place a stitch marker in the first stitch. When starting the round, include both strands of the yarn. Pulling it slightly will tighten the loop. It should be adjustable. After crocheting 6 single crochet SC stitches, pull the yarn end tight. The technique for the first few rounds is the same as for the head. Let's demonstrate it here again. Finish with a slip stitch S's into the first stitch. Press the yarn end and then make a chain stitch. The second round consists of 6 increased stitches ink. That's to single crochet SC stitches in each stitch. Starting from the second round, bring the yarn from above for each stitch. Crochet to single crochet SC stitches in each stitch. After one round, trim off the excess yarn. The previous round had 6 stitches. This round has 2 single crochet SC stitches in each stitch. So there are 12 stitches in total. After completing the round, finish with a slip stitch S's into the first stitch. I don't use stitch markers here. If needed, you can add them yourself. Make a chain stitch. The third round consists of 1 single crochet SC and 1 single crochet increased stitch ink. In the next stitch, make 1 single crochet increased stitch ink. That's one group. There are 5 more groups to complete. Finish them on your own. Next is the third round. Start with a slip stitch S's and then make a chain stitch. The fourth round consists of 1 single crochet SC, 1 increased stitch ink, and 1 single crochet SC. That's 3 stitches. That completes one group. finish crocheting the remaining 5 groups. Start with a chain stitch. The 5th round consists of 3 single crochet SC stitches and 1 single crochet increase stitching. Start by crocheting 3 single crochet SC stitches. In the 4th stitch, make a single crochet increase stitching. This round involves a total of 5 stitches. There are 5 more groups to complete on your own. The 6th round consists of 2 single crochet SC stitches, 1 increase stitching, and 2 single crochet SC stitches. Repeat this pattern for a total of 6 groups. Start by crocheting 2 single crochet SC stitches. In the 3rd stitch, make a single crochet increase stitching. An increase stitching involves crocheting 2 single crochet SC stitches into the same stitch. Continue by crocheting 2 single crochet SC stitches. That completes 1 group. There are 5 more groups to complete on your own. The 7th round consists of 5 single crochet SC stitches and 1 increase stitching. Repeat this pattern 6 times. Start by crocheting 5 single crochet SC stitches. The 6th stitch is a single crochet SC increase stitching. This means crocheting 2 single crochet SC stitches into the same stitch. Thus, it forms a single crochet SC increase stitching. The purpose of an increase stitching is to make it expand evenly. Without an increase stitching, it would create a concave shape, resulting in a bowl-like shape. From the 8th to the 14th round, there are 42 single crochet SC stitches. There's a difference in the 15th round. For the rabbit and sunflower, in the 15th round, you need to crochet inward. I'll demonstrate shortly. This is what it looks like after completing 14 rounds. Frog and strawberry follow the previous method to complete the final round. For the rabbit and sunflower, you'll crochet inward. Crocheting inward means away from yourself on this stitch. The entire stitch forms a V shape. It splits into 2 strands. The one away from you is called the inner loop. The one closer to you is the outer loop. We need to crochet a slip stitch S's on the inner loop. After the slip stitch S's, we still crochet a chain stitch. Then, crochet the first single crochet SC on the inner loop. This is the first single crochet SC. Place a stitch marker after crocheting. This round is all on the inner loop. Just continue crocheting, 1 stitch at a time. Leave the outer loop for later, for crocheting the edge. Follow this method to complete this round. After crocheting, slip stitch S's with the first stitch. After the slip stitch S's, pull the yarn to length and cut it. Leave a length of yarn here. Sew the hat and head together, a few stitches to secure. After cutting, pull out this thread. Then, use the hook from the first slip stitch S's. Pull this thread to the back and leave it. Cut off this thread. Now let's crochet the edging on the rabbit hat. It's the same for the sunflower hat. This opening faces towards you. This way, when you crochet, the front will face towards you. First, pick up the outer loop of the first single crochet SC. Then, take out the white thread and pull it through from the back. Start with a chain stitch to secure the thread. After the chain stitched, crochet a single crochet SC in the same stitch. After crocheting a single crochet SC, crochet 3 chain stitches. After that, crochet another single crochet SC and tighten the thread. Then, crochet 3 chain stitches again. Crochet a single crochet SC in the next stitch. Followed by 3 chain stitches. Crochet a single crochet SC in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern around. 1 single crochet SC followed by 3 chain stitches. Complete the rest of the round. This creates the edging effect. When the thread is nearly used up, cut off the excess thread, then tighten a couple of stitches. For the last stitch, crochet a single crochet SC. Do a slip stitch S's in the stitch above this single crochet SC. Then, pull the thread through and cut it. Pull the thread through to the back again. The method of hiding the thread is the same as before. Use a needle to pick up a few stitches on the back, then push it inside. As long as it's not visible from the front. Cross it through a few more stitches. Tuck it inside, cut off the excess thread. This leftover thread is from hiding the thread earlier. Let's trim it off as well. The rabbit hat is done now. Leave this thread here. Now, let's learn how to sew the head and body together. Before sewing, put the little skirt on the body. Everyone, find it. The slip stitch S's on the skirt is the mark of the slip stitch S's. Place it to the back. Insert both hands into the holes. Once the skirt is worn, we can start sewing. Start sewing from the slip stitch S's on the back. Thread the needle. The slip stitch S's on the head corresponds to the one on the body. This ensures alignment at the front. One stitch on the body, one on the head. It's important to align the slip stitch S's marks. Just sew stitch by stitch. Both cheeks should face the center. This way, the sewing looks more symmetrical. After sewing around, weave the excess thread back and forth inside the head a few times. Secure it in place. When sewing, make sure to keep the thread loose. Don't gather all the cotton inside tightly. After sewing, cut off the excess thread. Look, our sewing is done. Next, let's crochet its nose. The nose starts with a chain stitch. The starting method is the same as for the skirt. Insert the hook from below the yarn to form a loop. Then insert the hook from below the yarn again to hook the loop. This creates a chain stitch. Insert the hook from below the yarn for the second chain stitch. Place a stitch marker on the first chain stitch. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. After that, we start the reverse round. Skip the last chain stitch. Crochet a single crochet SC in the second to last chain stitch. Then crochet another single crochet SC in the next stitch. Place a marker above this single crochet SC as well. This is the first stitch of this round. Crochet to single crochets SC. Next, crochet 3 single crochets SC in one stitch. After crocheting, the hole has stretched. Tighten the yarn to close the hole. The hole will disappear. Return to the other side of the chain stitches. Tighten the same stitch again. Crochet a single crochet SC. Then crochet an increased stitch ink in the last stitch. This means crocheting 2 single crochets SC in the same stitch. After crocheting, remove the stitch marker. Slip stitch S's into the stitch where the stitch marker was placed. Tighten the yarn. After slip stitching S's, the pig's nose shape is formed. Then you can cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. Pull out the yarn tail. You can now cut off the yarn tail that was tucked behind, because it has been tucked around once. This is the new yarn tail from earlier. We'll still tuck it behind. You can tuck it behind again, or you can leave it untucked, because we'll use hot glue to stick it to the head later. Here, let's tuck a few stitches behind again. Then cut off the excess yarn tail. This is the pig's nose. Now let's take a black thread to embroider the pig's eyebrows and nose. First, separate the thread into 2 strands. Using 4 strands would be too thick. After separating into 2 strands, thread the needle by hand. First, let's sew the nostrils on its nose. Tuck a few stitches behind on the back to secure the thread. Then divide the front into 2 vertical lines. The nostrils are now sewn. Tuck a few stitches behind on the back and cut off the thread. Later, we'll use hot glue to stick the nostrils to the head. Next, the nose is glued between rounds 24 and 25, counting from the top downwards. Align it with this round. Here's a row that's densely filled with increased stitches ink. This is just below his nose, this round. There are 7 single crochets SC in between the increased stitches ink. We'll glue the 3 middle single crochets SC below. Find the center point. Then apply hot glue. Use a lighter to melt the hot glue slightly. If you have a glue gun, you can use that. Stick it on. After sticking on the nose, let's stick on the eyes next. Align them with round 14 and stick them on either side of the nose. Leave a little bit of space between them. Use hot glue to stick them on as well. After sticking on the eyes, let's embroider the eyebrows. Again, use 2 strands of black thread. Secure a few stitches inside the head. Secure the yarn tail by weaving it back and forth a few times. Once secured, find the position. The eyes and eyebrows are separated by 2 rows of stitches. One row is used for embroidering, so we come out here. For the other eye. Embroider diagonally, 2 stitches apart. Skip a few stitches between the 2 diagonals. Align them with the eyes from below. Make sure the eyebrows align with the eyes. If your eyes are widely spaced, space the eyebrows farther apart. After embroidering, we'll hide the threads. Simply weave back and forth a few times. Hide the threads and cut off the excess yarn tails. The eyebrows are now embroidered.